a good game idea needs to be attractive to potential players and also be a fun ride for you to develop. Those two aspects are required before we can call a standard idea a good game idea. Imagine if we would have a viral idea for a game, but that time that we should put into developing this idea would be counted in thousands of hours. So, what hides behind that good game phrase? The combination of how enjoyable it will be for the players, but also how hard it will be for you to develop. And often that second question is being neglected, and that often leads to overscoping the project and staying in early development phases for even a few years, which further could lead to leaving the project completely. Overscoping is very dangerous, and I did 2 videos about it to this point. So, let's focus more on the question in the title, that is, how to find a good game idea. We need to keep the healthy balance between how big the game will be, aka estimated development time, and also how enjoyable the game should be. Often you won't be able to come up with something totally original, as millions of people try to find that new and original idea for a perfect game. So we, as normal indie game developers, have to accept that coming up with something new, something original, is close to impossible. But what's not totally impossible is to get something that's already good and build on top of it. Just think about it. Maybe you have something great in your mind that is already just waiting for you to be discovered again. Think about games that you saw potential to improve, and to not overscope, you could cut out parts that were not necessary or could be invalidated by those new features that you want to add on top of that base. So, expanding and reshaping already great game ideas is one way, but what could be the other? You could mix 2 game ideas together or even 3. MMORPGs are the perfect examples. And no, I'm not telling you to create a MMORPG game, as the scope is massive for this genre. But my point is that MMORPGs are doing it almost all of the time. When you play a MMORPG game that is mostly about leveling your main character, you can learn something additional, like for example, crafting professions. And profession systems in games like World of Warcraft are so big today that the player could spend hours just by doing professions, like alchemy, and not leaving one small area of the game. If you take a look at it from a faraway point, you will see that game is about fighting evil guys with weapons, and also has aspects of gathering herbs and mixing potions in your alchemy shed. In your case, maybe the combination of 2 different genres could be a platformer with management systems, where you go for a hunt every night, and with the collected coins you improve your small village that gives you passive coins over time. The genre combinations are endless, but be aware that more genres you add, the bigger scope your final project will have. So don't overscope, as that is very often the reason why so many game projects fails. And I know about that because scope creep is the reason why my recent game project got destroyed. And if you're interested, then check it out here.